The nightmare you don't see coming. It's midnight. You are soaking wet inside your tent because you did not check the seams. You are freezing because you packed for Instagram, not reality. And you cannot find your headlamp because everything you own is black and buried somewhere in the chaos you call packing. This is not a beginner problem. This happens to experienced riders who think they have it figured out. I'm not here to tell you to bring a tent. That is obvious. I'm here to break down the brutal lessons that come from actual failures. These are the mistakes that turn freedom into misery. When your bike is your house, your kitchen, and your pack mule, every single mistake compounds into something bigger. These are 20 critical mistakes that separate riders who love motorcycle camping from riders who try it once and never go back. Let's go. Mistake number 1, not having a pee bottle strategy. Here's the scenario nobody talks about. It's 3 a.m. You're warm, dry, zipped into your sleeping bag inside your tent. Then your bladder knocks hard. Now you've got a choice. You can climb out into the freezing night, fumble for your boots in total darkness, unzip the tent, step into mud or trip over a guideline, walk 50 feet to find a spot, then reverse the whole nightmare soaking wet and shivering. Or you can handle it in 30 seconds without leaving your sleeping bag. A wide-mouth bottle for guys. Compact funnels such as Shiwi or Frechette for women. They work. This isn't laziness. This is survival and sanity. You stay warm, dry, and safe. No stumbling around in the dark. No destroying your sleep quality. No getting drenched because it started raining while you were out there. Mark the bottle with bright tape or use a distinctive color so you don't accidentally grab the wrong one the next morning. Yeah, that's happened. Clean it properly, cap it tight, and dispose of it responsibly when you reach facilities. The first time feels weird. The second time you'll wonder why you ever suffered through the alternative. You're not camping to prove you're tough. You're camping because it's supposed to be freedom. Act like it. Mistake number 2. Packing for camp instead of the ride. You load your bike with everything needed for an amazing campsite. Cast iron skillet for cooking. Heavy chair for lounging. Extra gear because you might need it. Then you hit the road and your bike handles like a drunk shopping cart. Turns feel sketchy. Braking takes twice as long. Your front end feels light and twitchy. That is what happens when you pack for comfort and ignore physics. Heavy weight in the rear makes your front tire light. Light front tire means less traction, worse handling, and dangerous situations in corners and emergency stops. Your bike is not designed to be a moving truck. It is designed to be balanced. Every item you pack needs to justify its weight. That cast iron skillet, swap it for an ultralight pot. That camp chair, maybe you sit on a log. That extra jacket just in case you are not hiking Everest. Use proper straps, not bungees. Bungees stretch, straps lock. Shifting weight mid-ride at 70 miles per hour is not a learning experience. It is a crash waiting to happen. Pack light, distribute weight properly, ride first, camp second, because if you cannot ride safely, you will not make it to camp. Mistake number 3, trusting rigid saddlebags over dry bags. Rigid saddlebags look professional and they are convenient. They bolt right on. Then it rains sideways and you discover that water does not care about your investment. It finds every seam, every gap, every spot where the lid does not quite seal because you overpacked by half an inch. Now your sleeping bag is soaked. Your spare clothes are damp. Your electronics are questionable. You're about to spend a miserable night because you trusted hard cases over waterproof reality. Dry bags do not lie. Throw one in a stream and everything inside stays bone dry. They are flexible, so you can pack them tight or loose. They are portable, so you can grab one and hike to your site. They work as backpacks if you need to carry gear away from your bike. And when you tip over, they do not crack and let water in. Saddlebags work when you're riding in perfect conditions on paved roads to hotels. Dry bags work everywhere else. That is the difference. Mistake number 4. Dirty visor equals dangerous riding. You start the day with a clean visor. By noon, it is covered in bug guts, dust, and road grime. By sunset, you are squinting through a milky haze, trying to see taillights. Then you use your sleeve to wipe it. And congratulations, you just turned visibility into abstract art. Your sleeve does not clean, it smears. It takes that layer of crud and spreads it into a streak pattern that catches every headlight and turns oncoming traffic into blinding halos of confusion. Here is what works. Blue shop towels, the kind mechanics use. Fold them individually and store them in a Ziploc bag in your tank bag or jacket pocket. When your visor gets nasty, pull over. Soak the towel if you have water. Let it sit on the visor for 5 minutes to break down the bug protein and road tar. Then, wipe clean. This is not about being picky. Clear vision means you spot hazards sooner. You ride longer without eye strain. You do not miss that deer at dusk or that car pulling out without looking. Visibility is safety. Treat it that way. Mistake number 5. Not knowing 3 basic knots. Bungees snap, ratchet straps fail. Then you're standing at camp with a sagging tarp, loose gear, and no idea how to fix it without driving to a hardware store that does not exist out here. Learn 3 knots, and you become MacGyver. The bowline gives you a fixed loop that will not slip. The trucker's hitch gives you mechanical advantage to pull things tight. The taut line hitch gives you adjustable tension you can tweak without retying. These are not Boy Scout nostalgia. These are centuries of proven use. Your tent stays taut when the wind picks up. Your tarp does not collect water and collapse at 2 in the morning. Your gear stays secured. You can rig a clothesline. You can tie down a load. You can improvise repairs that actually hold. It takes 1 hour to learn these knots, maybe less if you are not distracted. Then you own them forever. While your neighbor's tent is flapping in the storm, yours stands solid. That's the difference. Mistake number 6. Picking your site when you're exhausted. You rode all day, the sun's setting, you're tired, hungry, and you just want to stop. So you pull into the first flat spot you see, throw your gear down, and collapse. Then you wake up at 1 a.m. sliding into the corner of your tent because you're on a slope, or there's a rock bruising your kidney, or you're lying in a puddle because it rained and you picked the low spot. Exhaustion makes you stupid. It makes you skip the 10-minute site inspection that determines if you wake up rested or ruined. Walk the area. Check for flat and dry ground. Look for shade so the morning sun doesn't turn your tent into a sauna at 6 a.m. Make sure you're not setting up over an ant nest or in a drainage path. Avoid low spots that become mud baths when it rains. This isn't perfectionism. This is basic quality of life. Because the difference between a good night's sleep and a miserable one often comes down to those 10 minutes you didn't want to spend looking around. Spend them anyway. Mistake number 7. Skipping the shakedown trip. You have all your gear, you have packed your bike, you are ready for that 2-week adventure across 3 states. Then, 50 miles in, you discover your bags rub against your exhaust. Your weight distribution makes the bike wobble above 60 miles per hour. Your tent is missing stakes, and you are learning all of this when it is too late to fix anything. A shakedown trip is not optional. It is insurance against catastrophic failure. Load your bike exactly how you plan to tour. Ride 100 miles, set up camp, cook a meal, sleep in your gear. Then pack it all up and ride home. You will discover what does not work when you still have time to fix it. That strap that seemed fine loosens after 20 miles. That sleeping pad has a slow leak you did not notice in your living room. That stove, the fuel bottle does not fit in any of your bags the way you thought. Every experienced rider has a story about the trip that went wrong because they did not test their setup first. Do not become that story. One weekend of testing saves you from 1,000 miles of regret. Mistake number 8. Not carrying a tire plug kit and a mini pump. Flat tire, middle of nowhere, no cell service. Now what? You are either calling for a tow that costs $300 and takes 4 hours, or you are sitting on the roadside hoping someone stops. Both options ruin your trip and your day. A tire plug kit and a mini pump fit in a bag the size of a sandwich. They weigh almost nothing, and they turn a trip-ending disaster into a 15-minute inconvenience. Puncture repair kits work. They are not perfect, but they get you to the next town where you can get a proper fix or a new tire. The mini pump or carbon dioxide cartridges get your tire inflated enough to ride safely at reduced speed. You are not racing, you are limping to civilization. That is the goal. This is not about being paranoid, it is about acknowledging reality. Nails exist, glass exists, road debris exists, and your tire will eventually meet one of them at the worst possible time. Be ready or be stranded. Your choice. Mistake number 9. Riding without earplugs. When noise at highway speed is louder than a chainsaw, it's not just annoying, it's damaging. Sustained exposure causes permanent hearing loss, and it causes fatigue that sneaks up on you until you're exhausted, irritable, and making bad decisions. Earplugs don't block important sounds. You still hear traffic, horns, and your engine. What they block is the constant roar that grinds you down over hours. The difference is dramatic. You arrive at camp alert instead of destroyed. Foam plugs work. Reusable musician plugs work better because they are designed to reduce volume without muffling clarity. Either way, wear them. Every ride. Not just long trips. Your hearing doesn't grow back. Tinnitus doesn't go away. That ringing you hear after a long ride? That's damage. Stop pretending it's fine. Protect your ears or lose them slowly. Mistake number 10. Ignoring bike security at camp. You are in the middle of nowhere. It feels safe. So you leave your bike unlocked with the keys in the ignition because who is going to steal it out here? Then you wake up and your bike is gone. Or your bags are gone. Or someone has rifled through your stuff looking for valuables. Thieves know where riders camp. They know you are tired. They know you are not paying attention. And they know your bike is worth more than their car. Remote does not mean safe. It means isolated and vulnerable. Use a disc lock. Run a cable through your wheels and frame if you can. Take your keys and valuables into your tent. Do not advertise what you are carrying by leaving expensive gear visible. And if you are camping near a road or trailhead, assume someone is watching. This is not paranoia. It is pattern recognition. Bikes get stolen from campsites every season. Do not let yours be one of them because you thought the woods were safer than they are. Mistake number 11. Relying on tiny multi-tools instead of real knives. Multi-tools are great for fixing sunglasses or tightening a loose screw. But that 2-inch fold-out blade is not cutting rope, it is not shaving kindling, and it is definitely not prepping food. It is a compromise that fails when you actually need a knife to do knife things. You need a real blade. Fixed or folding, it does not matter. What matters is that it is strong and sharp and reliable. Something that can handle paracord without folding under pressure. Something that cuts through packaging, food, and emergency situations without making you work 3 times harder than necessary. Try this test. Take that multi-tool blade and snap cut some paracord. If it bends, flexes, or makes you saw back and forth like you're using a butter knife on steak, it is not a real knife. It is a tool-shaped object that is failing you. You can carry both. The multi-tool has its place. But the real blade is non-negotiable. Because when you need to cut something that matters, you do not want to be fighting with a toy. Mistake number 12. Planning your night around a campfire. Here is the fantasy. You roll into camp, gather some wood, build a crackling fire, and cook your meal like a survival god while the flames dance and the stars come out. Very romantic. Very YouTube. Here is the reality. It rained. The wood is soaked. There is a fire ban because half the state is a tinderbox, or the park ranger shows up and reminds you that open fires are not allowed here and asks if you would like a citation with that lecture. Now you are eating cold beans in the dark, wondering why you did not plan better. Gas camp stoves are non-negotiable. They are cheap. They are fast. They are reliable. They work in rain, wind, and when you are too tired to play wilderness chef. They do not care about weather, wood availability, or fire restrictions. Fires are great when conditions allow. But betting your dinner on finding dry wood after an 8-hour ride is a gamble that makes you hungry and miserable. Bring the stove. Eat hot food. Enjoy the fire if you can build one, but do not depend on it. Mistake number 13. Not carrying toilet paper in your pants. This is the emergency nobody plans for until it is too late. You are miles from the nearest bathroom. Nature calls, hard. And suddenly you are scrambling through your bags trying to find toilet paper you definitely packed somewhere. Maybe you think. 20 pieces of toilet paper in a Ziploc bag in your pocket changes everything. Not buried in your tail bag, not stuffed in a pannier, in your pants. Right now. Always accessible. Because when the moment hits, you're not going to have time to unpack your entire bike. And you are definitely not going to want to play leaf roulette or resort to using your last clean sock. This saves you from decisions you will regret and stories you will never tell. This is the tip veterans swear by, but nobody admits in polite company. Until you need it. Then it is the smartest thing you ever packed. Mistake number 14. Not carrying emergency cash. Your card gets declined. The gas station's card reader is broken. You need a tow, and the driver only takes cash. The campground fee is cash only, and there is no ATM for 50 miles. Now you are stuck, stranded, or sleeping in a parking lot because you assumed plastic would work everywhere. It does not. Rural areas run on cash. Small businesses do not always take cards. And when something goes wrong, cash is the universal problem solver that does not require cell service, working equipment, or cooperative technology. Carry a minimum of $200. Split it up. Keep some in your wallet. Keep some in your tank bag. Keep some hidden in your gear. Not because you are paranoid, but because emergencies do not wait for you to find an ATM. That tow truck driver is not going to take Venmo. That farmer who pulls you out of a ditch with his tractor is not going to swipe your card. Cash talks when everything else fails. Have it ready. Mistake number 15. Not packing paracord. Your tent pole snaps, your gear needs securing, your tarp is sagging and collecting water. Now what? You're standing there wishing you had brought that lightweight cord you kept meaning to pack. Paracord fixes everything. Broken tent poles become splinted and functional, gear gets rigged and secured, tarps get tensioned properly, emergency repairs actually hold. It weighs almost nothing, and it can save everything. This is not about being prepared for unlikely scenarios. This is about having the one item that turns problems into solutions. Clothesline, gear tie down, tarp rigging, improvised repairs. The versatility factor is off the charts. Saying you will just be careful is not a plan, it is hope, and hope does not fix broken gear at midnight in the rain. Paracord does. Mistake number 16. Everything is the same color in the dark. It is 3 a.m. You need to pee, you are fumbling around inside your tent trying to find the zipper pull. It is dark, everything is black. The zipper, the tent fabric, your gear bag, even the ground. You are basically a raccoon digging through garbage hoping to find the right thing. Then, you step outside and trip over a tent stake because it is the same color as the dirt. You spend 20 minutes looking for the tent peg you dropped because black on black soil might as well be invisible. Your neighbor's bright orange stakes are laughing at you. Color matters. Bright colors on stakes, guidelines, buckles, and tools save your ankles and your sanity. You can see them. You can find them. You don't spend half your setup time playing hide and seek with your own gear. Color code. Your stuff bags by function. Red for cooking, blue for sleep gear, yellow for tools. Now you can grab what you need without unpacking everything like you are searching for treasure. Reflective tape is the bonus round. Put it on your helmet, your bags, your tent zippers. It helps with trip lines at night and makes you visible if you are near a road. This is not about looking tactical. It is about not being an idiot in the dark. Mistake number 17. Not marking gear with glow tape. Glow tape turns you from a confused raccoon into a nighttime ninja. That tent zipper you cannot find, it glows. Your flashlight handle, it glows. Your knife, it glows. Everything you need to grab in total darkness becomes instantly visible. This is not just convenience, it is a setup advantage. You toss that gear just over there at dusk. Now it is pitch black and you have no idea where just over there actually was. Glow tape solves that problem in half a second. The best part, it weighs nothing, it costs nothing, it works without batteries. Charge it under the sun or under a lamp for a few minutes and you get hours of glow. It is the simplest upgrade that makes the biggest difference. Stop fighting with darkness. Mark your gear and move on with your life. Mistake number 18. Skipping post-trip gear audits. You get home, you are tired, you dump everything back in your bags and call it done. Then, on the next trip, you pack the same wet socks, the same dim flashlight, the same broken tent pole you meant to replace. Your brain lies to you when you're packing. It tells you you need everything. You do not. Do a floor layout test. Spread out every single item you brought. Ask yourself one question. Did I touch this even once? If the answer is no, it does not go next time. That is how you cut pack weight in half without sacrificing anything that actually matters. Replace what failed immediately. Not later, not eventually. Right now while the pain is fresh. That sleeping pad that deflated. Order a new one today. That headlamp that died. Upgrade it before you forget. Waiting guarantees you will repeat the same mistakes because you will forget what failed. Most riders just stuff everything back and wonder why camping keeps sucking. Do not be most riders. Mistake number 19, forgetting a dedicated camp towel. Your face is wet, your hands are muddy, your seat is covered in dew, your visor is fogged. Now you are wiping everything with yesterday's shirt because you did not bring a towel. Congratulations, you are gross and inefficient. Microfiber towels are Swiss Army knives made of cloth. They dry your face, they clean your visor, they wipe down your tent, they cushion your seat, they block wind, they clean up spills, they work as emergency bandages. They do everything except cook breakfast. Morning dew turns your bike seat into a wet sponge. Your boots are soaked. You are sweating after setup. Gas station napkins and your shirt are not plans. They are desperation moves that leave you damp and annoyed. Pack a dedicated camp towel. Use it for everything. Thank me later. Mistake number 20. Not carrying hand sanitizer on your person. You have just set up camp. Your hands are filthy. You're about to cook. The sanitizer is buried in your bag somewhere. So you wipe your hands on your pants and hope for the best. That is not hygiene. That is how you get sick in the woods. Attach a small bottle to your belt loop or to a pocket. Make it always accessible. Use it after setup before you eat, and after using the bathroom. Immediate hygiene without digging through bags. This prevents the dirty hands touching everything cascade: your food, your face, your water bottle, your sleeping bag. One bottle on your person stops all of it. If it is buried in your bag, it might as well not exist. Keep it on you. Stay clean. Avoid regret. These 20 mistakes separate riders who love motorcycle camping from riders who try it once and swear it off forever. You do not need to learn them the hard way. Someone already did that for you. Drop your weirdest or most genius camping hack in the comments. What is the one thing you will never forget again? Hit subscribe so we can keep building a smarter, safer riding community together.